Good morning and welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike. It is 11 o'clock and it is the 1st of February today. So wherever you are, I hope you're having a good morning. I am here with the coffee and I'm ready to do the news. First of all, a few shout outs as always. Good morning to Tariq. Good morning to Kishan. Good morning to Mohammed. Good morning to Hidden Agendas. I hope you're all doing exceptionally well today. And good morning to all the people in chat that I can read today. Habti Selassie, good morning to you. Hoyen, good morning. Oh, to you. Fav, good morning. Well, that's a nice way to start the stream. Plenty of good mornings and good mornings. So what we're going to go through today is we've obviously had the FOMC meeting, we've had the Chairman Powell interview, and we have seen a retracement, not in crypto, but across the board. Remember, the stock markets in America are at all-time highs. They were in need of a reason to correct slightly. So we've had that. We've had a pullback from 40,000. So we're still in that range, and I don't see us leaving for a while. So we're going to go through some X-Files. We're going to go through a minority report. We're going to go through the news about FTX relaunching. We've got the XRP $112 million hack. We're going to look at the charts of XRP as well. We're going to look at Vitalik not wanting to be the face of crypto. We've got some argy-bargy. As you know, Argentina has a new president, and I like the guy. He puts Argentinians first. We're going to talk about that, and then maybe we will have time for the quiz at the end. We will see how much time we've got left. And also, before I forget, let me very quickly show you something that we are going to be doing next Wednesday. We're going to have a special stream. As you know, if you're regulars, we stream 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday at 11 o'clock. But as of next Wednesday, we will have, let's see if I can actually show you the front of it. We are going to be doing, let's try not to put a second and then go into some kind of weird streamception. We're going to have a Step Finance giveaway and quiz night. That is 6 days and 7 hours from today. So next Wednesday, I can't show you the picture, but next Wednesday, we're going to have the Step giveaway. We're going to give away Step tokens. We're going to go talk about the project. But more importantly, we're going to talk about the Solana ecosystem, because a lot of people look at Solana and think, oh, they've done an airdrop of when? Oh, they've done an airdrop of JUP. And, Solana is more than Bonk and Dupe and when. It's a big old ecosystem. So the Step giveaway night isn't just to give you tickets, give you tokens. It's more to kind of go through the Solana ecosystem. It's like a bit of an education night. And we are going to do a quiz as well. So also remember something important. This is not a sponsored video. We are not sponsored by Step to give this, to do this. This is off our own back, and this is out of our own pockets. So that's going to be tomorrow, a week yesterday. So next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Now, before we get into the news, let's have a quick look at the charts. We've come back down to 1.62 trillion. We're down 2%. Volume is up just a touch. Bitcoin dominance has snuck up slightly as most of the bleeding has happened below Bitcoin. ETH dominance, I think we're going to stop reporting ETH dominance. It doesn't seem to be doing an awful lot. And as you can see here, the Bitcoin halving is 76 days from now. Now, that is, to put that into context, that's 11 weeks away. In terms of streams that we do, that is 66 streams away. It's around the corner. We spent 3 months talking about the Bitcoin ETF, and now we're going to spend 2.5 months talking about the Bitcoin halving, because that's the next bit of big news. So we're not far away. Fear and greed was mentioned on here somewhere. There we go. Fear and greed will probably start to come down over the next few days. Bitcoin, as you can see, is holding above 42,000. And ETH is just above 2250. We're going to see a lot of losers on this as soon as we press this button. So Ronin is up, not much. Monero, Chili's, BitGet, not too many gainers. And we have seen some absolute crushes. We are going to go through the FTX token. That's going to be part of the stream. We're going to explain. I have been saying for weeks, don't buy this token. I've been telling you for weeks, it had a massive pump, don't buy it. It's a zombie token. It's associated with an exchange that doesn't exist. It is down 33% in the last 30 days. It is down 20% in the last 24 hours, and we're going to go through why that happened. Say is down, Sui is down, OKB is down, Frax, ETH Classic, and a few others are down. Nothing really below FTX to really worry about. You know, an 8 or 9% correction. I mean, don't forget, Sui is up 85% this year. So in January, it gained 85%. Losing 8% today is neither here nor there. It really isn't. So that's what's happening in the markets. Now we're going to have a quick look at some X files. Let's close that down now. X files are snippets which aren't really worthy of a whole segment of the show, although sometimes they do take a while to load. So the question of the day while this is loading is, are we going to get back to $43,000 today, or are we going to crab for the next couple of days? Are we going to crab over the weekend to next Monday below 43,000? Let me know what you think. So Ben Cowan, who I follow, big fan of Ben, Powell said, I don't think it's likely that the committee will reach a level of confidence by the time of the March meeting to identify March as the time to do that, in reference to the timing of the first rate cut. Remember, it's election year. There will be political pressure to cut rates. I think the rate cuts are going to begin in March or April. He was very hawkish yesterday, thus the correction in the markets. People were expecting him to freeze the rate hikes and the rate cuts and not make a change, but talk about starting to make them from March onwards. He didn't do that. He was more hawkish than expected, and that is why we had a slight correction. But as I said, this wasn't a crypto-related pullback. This was a market pullback. So this was across everything, stock markets and crypto. So I am not worried about that. This chap down here is hawkish. AF, definitely a bearish 2024 moving forward. Hard landing incoming for sure, absolutely not. That's just sensationalist nonsense. That's not going to happen. Not in the year of the election anyway. We are not going to head into an election in November in a recession. Not going to happen. They will print themselves into oblivion to avoid a recession. Now, I commented on a post by Ninja. Diversified staking rewards will be revolutionary. Stake Pol, choose to secure Polygon, IMX and ChainX rewards in all three. Those ignoring this hyper utility both from a financial and tech standpoint will regret not taking the time to do their research. I spoke about this months ago. In fact, I had a reply from Spyros, who I think replied to me about this. Further down here, well, I can't find it. Anyway, the point of this is, in very simple terms, you will be able to stake a token, let's say Bitcoin. You will be able to stake a Bitcoin token. They will create a synthetic version of that on a different platform, let's say, for example, Solana. And you will be able to use your Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network to receive Solana rewards for using your synthetic Bitcoin to secure the Solana blockchain. This Polygon, IMX, ChainX situation, they're all kind of in the same ecosphere, so it's easier to do, and you will be able to claim 3 lots of rewards from one token. This is the next big thing for me in crypto, and not many people are talking about it. So you're getting this alpha here first. And because of that, I would like to ask you to like and subscribe to Crypto Warehouse, wherever you're watching from. So moving forward, how do I see this working? I think in the future, you might be able to stake Ethereum and earn rewards in the different layer 2s under Ethereum. Maybe you can use your Ethereum to secure Polygon and Optimism, or Polygon, Optimism and Arbitrum. Maybe that's a possibility. Maybe it's a possibility to secure other layer 2s or other layer 1s. My reference point here was Charles talking about using Cardano to secure other blockchains, because Cardano for me simply has the best proof of stake network that's ever existed. So maybe you could use Cardano to earn multiple yields from smaller blockchains. So keep your eye on that. Multi-staking, I have coined it. So that's something to look out for. I have got a definition, but I'm not going to go through it because it'll just detract us from what's going on for the rest of the show. Now, this gentleman here, let me just make sure the sound isn't on. There we go. This gentleman here is 17 years old. He is a high school dropout, and he has earned $1 million via JUP on the airdrop. The airdrop happened yesterday. Depending on whether you received it or not, you would have received JUP, which is the token associated with the Jupiter DeFi exchange. Yesterday, it was listed on all major exchanges. It was listed on Binance, and it was listed on many others. So immediate liquidity flew into JUP. I said on one of my videos that I expect the price to be volatile between 50 cents and maybe getting up towards $1.50. That's what I expected the price to do. And I think at the minute, as of today, it's about 60, 65 cents. So if you did receive a JUP airdrop, then my advice, and it's not financial advice, is to hold on to it, because I do expect them to offer a similar service to what you get with Binance in the launch pool. So you stake your BNB, and from time to time you will get tokens dropped to your wallet. I expect JUP to do the same thing. Now, for those of you that are new here, I have made videos about the yield, how to earn yield on Jupiter. I've made a video about the when airdrop. I have made other videos about Camino, generating airdrop points from Camino. So I have tried to create a lot of educational videos about the Solana ecosystem, even the best wallets to go and claim. Brogan's made a video about Bonk. Is it going to blow? So while you're here, please go and check us out. We are on YouTube. But anyway, the 17-year-old earned $1 million. It won't be worth $1 million at this price today, but still, he is the exception. Before you start to think that tens and hundreds of people are earning $1 million out of JUP, this is the one-off. This is the same as when people were looking at Pepe and Bonk and seeing that people had turned $1,000 into $2 million. It happens, but it's one individual out of tens of thousands. Don't FOMO thinking that you can go and replicate this in this instance. There are other ways to earn airdrops, and I make videos about them all the time. Camino Finance, I'm not going to say it again, Camino Finance, they are going to do 4 airdrops in Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. You can go today and use their platform and start to earn points for their future airdrop. We are not sponsored by any of these people. I'm just telling you how you can yield farm. If you got JUP or you want to buy JUP, there's probably going to be a launch pool where you're going to be given free tokens for holding JUP. Not financial advice. If you don't do it, it's entirely up to you. If you're new to crypto, I'd suggest watching some of these videos first and getting yourself up to speed with the Solana ecosystem, because at the minute it is ripping up trees. So we're going to move on now to the first article, which is to do, I was trying to find a catchy title, but I wanted to find one that would actually fit on the screen. So it's miner. It's to do with the miners, but you see, minority report, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? So crypto mines will have to start reporting their energy use in the US. A survey of crypto mines' electricity consumption in the US is set to start next week. Now, why don't I like this? I don't like this because they are singling out crypto miners, and I don't agree with it. All I want is a level playing field. That is all I want. A level playing field where crypto is treated the same as any other financial institution, financial product. Why are we focusing on crypto mining? Why can we not focus on high energy companies and allow crypto miners to be part of that system? So if you have a factory producing, you know, the Tesla factories, I'm sure they use a lot of electricity. The factories in America, the big factories in America should already be doing this, and I think they are. Why can't crypto be bundled into that? Why do we have to have this segregation? Why do we have to have this singling out? Joe Biden passed an emergency act last night saying that crypto and Bitcoin was a threat to the national energy grid of America. It's beyond belief. So this is to do with China banned crypto 3 or 4 years ago. The miners left, went to Kazakhstan, went to America, went to a few other places in the Middle East and a few other places in Europe, but they're still owned by the Chinese. Don't make any bones about this. Just because the Chinese farms moved from China doesn't mean that they're not Chinese owned. China banned crypto mining because it was a threat to the energy grid in China. So what they did was they moved the energy usage from their energy grid to another country's energy grid. That's what they did. But they still own all of these farms. So this is basically just a hit piece on miners. Don't forget, miners are registered, listed companies in America. They're not cowboys that have sheds that, you know, drain the energy system dry. A lot of them have moved to countries, to states where there is ample energy. Others have agreements, for example, in Texas during the summer months when everybody has their air conditioning on, that those miners turn themselves off. So just don't fret is my advice on this. Now, again, I said I wasn't going to look at the Bitcoin chart in too much depth, but it's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. Now, what I said, I think maybe Monday. Let's get rid of that. Hang on a second. There we go. What I said on Monday was we were likely to come up and touch somewhere near the top of this, which is at 44,200. The bottom of this range is 41.4. Let's call it 41.4. We came down and we touched 41.9, and at the top here we just fell under 44,000. But there is still no need to panic. There's no need to panic. We've been in these kinds of ranges. You know, we can go back over any period of time we want, and we can see ranges on Bitcoin. Further down here, we were in these ranges. We just get stuck in ranges. It just happens. And, you know, we come down, we retest, we struggle, we come up, we come down, retest, and guess what happens? We break up. We're in this range here. Guess what? We come down, we break up. What do you think is going to happen up here? What do we think is going to happen? We get a little bit of bad news, and we come down $350. We broke up. That was destroyed by the grayscale news. We broke all the way down. We came back up into the channel. What's going to happen? We're probably going to do this, and then we're going to do that. We're going to break up, and we're going to break up because we are at the beginning of the next bull market. It's simply going to happen. Could we retrace? Let me answer that question. What is the worst case scenario? At this moment in time, it is It's actually dead on 38,000. $38,000 for me is the worst case scenario. And that would take us back to the price that we were 2 months ago. But I can't see it short of a black swan. A black swan event could take us down, but I just don't see it. So for me, we're in this range. And if you follow the pattern, that's the pattern at the minute until we break out. And that breakout could happen here, here, here. It could happen at any one of those events. The pattern fits the chart until it doesn't, and then when it doesn't, you've got to try and re-evaluate. You know, there is an argument to say that this line could be brought down to here, and there is an argument to say that this line could be brought up to here, but you're missing too many of the end points and the start points up, so you might as well just stick with the chart being like that. And again, we're in the range, we're not going to go anywhere. Now we're going to move on to, I'm not going to rant about this because I'm going to save my rant for the XRP news. So this is to do with FTX. The bankrupt FTX will not be restarting, but former customers will get their money back in full. Oh, that is good coffee today. Right, let's just very quickly, let me drop a box. I actually need to talk to you all about the boxes towards the end of the show, because the red packets that I give away during the stream, at the current rate that we're going, we're going to stop doing it, and I'll explain why later on. 1 second. Just give me 1 moment to drop the box. It's a very small box, but I will explain the reason why later on. There we go. Okay, so FTX lawyer said that plans to relaunch won't come to fruition. I've said for months that I don't think it's a very good idea. We currently anticipate, however, that we'll have sufficient funds to pay all allowed customer and creditor claims in full. FTX, of course, was run by Sam Bankman-Fried, who filed for bankruptcy at the end of 2022, and he was found guilty. He's been out of prison for a small period of time. A related disappointment is FTX2. We still have valuable customer data and information to monetize, but after an exhaustive effort, no investor is ready to commit the needed capital to restart the offshore exchange. It's a poison chalice. Now, what they should have done was they should have taken the platform, they should have taken the customer data, and they should have moved it probably into America. So taken it from Bermuda or the Bahamas, brought it to America and restarted it in America under the umbrella of the SEC. That's what should have happened. And rebrand it in terms of have no affiliation with FTX. That's what should have happened. Not FTX2 or rebrand in the same location, because it was just going to be tainted for the next. Could you imagine Mt. Gox restarting today? Would anybody put their money anywhere near Mt. Gox? I doubt it very much. So John J. Ray III told the Wall Street Journal in June that the company has begun the process of soliciting interested parties for the reboot, and of course it hasn't happened. I am glad. We do not need them. Now, one thing which has pretty much driven me crazy probably in the last 3 months has been the FTT token. Now, the FTT token is very similar to any token associated with an exchange. You could say Crow, you could say BNB, you could say the OK token. There's a lot of tokens associated with exchanges, but remember, they're associated with operating exchanges. You know, I'm not going to go into the details of the exact exchanges, but the point of the matter is it's a utility token, and by holding it, you've got reduced fees. the exchange doesn't exist anymore. And what was happening, especially down here, was this price is about $1.19. So at $1.19, this was November last year, and the price pumped from $1.19 to a peak of about $5.50. So let's say it 5x'd, maybe 4x, 5x'd. And for this entire period, I have been telling people not to buy this token, not financial advice. Now, there is not going to be an FTX2. It is not going to exist. There is not going to be a reincarnation of this project. So given that, why is this token still worth $2? Why is FTT still a $2 project? It should be zero. All these people here have been left holding the bags. All of these people up here, I imagine, took profits all along here. So I'm not saying that you should sell your FTT tokens, but if you did buy them at $1.04, $1.20, and you can get out with a profit at $2.05, it might not be a bad idea. Ask yourself the question, what is the purpose of this token? What purpose does this token serve? Has it been picked up by the community? Has it been adopted by a different exchange? Who owns the contract? Who owns the token? Think about that. Can this token be minted by anybody? Could somebody go out, find the token address, access it, print 1 million FTT tokens and sell them for $2? Is that a possibility? Because if it is, I don't know why you're holding on to it. So for me, FTT needs to be something that you just get rid of. You shouldn't be holding it. Now, on to more incredulous news. 1 second. And this is to do with the XRP hack, which happened, was it Sunday, I believe, or Monday? It was at the start of the week. Hackers have stole $112 million of XRP. And that is David Paul Morris. On Tuesday, hackers stole $112 million of the token from a crypto wallet. Ripple's co-founder and executive chairman has disclosed. Ripple's Chris Larsen said on Wednesday the stolen crypto was his. Larsen wrote on X that there was an unauthorized access to a few of my personal XRP accounts. We were quickly able to catch the problem and notify exchanges to freeze the affected addresses. Law enforcement is involved. He wrote the post less than an hour after the well-known crypto expert Zach XBT, who we talk about a lot on this channel. He's one of the good guys. In a post, the security researcher even showed you all of the wallets it went to. It was an amazing breakdown of what had actually happened. We're aware of the incident. We have an incident response capability and undertake proactive review of open source to identify incidents such as this, engage with victims and prevent Kraken from being able to use this way. However, the details of who controls and who, we know all about this. Now, the point of this is, this was a personal hack. This was not a hack on Ripple. This was a hack on a personal wallet of Chris Larsen. Now, what does that say to me? Well, first of all, this news has been used to pummel XRP. If Anatoly Yavalenko's wallet was compromised and a million Sol was taken from his personal wallet, would it drive down the price of Solana? Yes, it would. If Jeff Bezos had 10 million of his shares stolen from him, would that drive down the price of Amazon? I don't think it would. I don't think it would. Because people would see it as a malicious, fraudulent financial activity against Jeff Bezos. Crypto, like I was saying before when we were talking about the miners, crypto is treated differently. Chris Larsen being hacked reflects badly on Ripple. Ripple didn't get hacked. If Chris Larsen walked out the door of Ripple, got in his car, drove down the road, got carjacked and had his ledger stolen off him, and he was forced to transfer it, that would bring down the price of Ripple, even though it has nothing to do with them. So let me be clear, this is not a hack on XRP and Ripple. This is an individual having money. This could happen to anybody. This could happen to the best. And some of the best people have been hacked. People who have been in crypto, I think even, I want to say, oh, what was it called? A very famous crypto influencer had $800,000 stolen from him. I think it might have been Jason Casper. He lost $800,000. It can happen to anybody. It can be a SIM swap. A SIM swap doesn't actually involve you having to actively be hacked. They can just steal your SIM details, reset your details, flood your inbox with emails so you don't notice the password reset, and then steal your money. It's happened to the SEC. The SEC hack of their Twitter account was a SIM swap, apparently. So it's nonsense that this has affected the price of Ripple. And if we go to the chart, I'll try and explain what I think happened. I'll try and explain how I think this all came about. Hang on 1 second. There we go. So, there we go. So this price action here is the Chris Larsen hack. We were sitting quite happily at 53.5 cents. People were talking about the price coming down. Zach XBT and a few others discovered this hack before Chris Larsen announced that it was his personal wallet. So when it hit crypto Twitter, crypto X, whatever you call it, people were not aware that it was Chris Larsen's wallet. So what happened is you saw the Zach XBT tweet here. The price did this. Chris told people at the very start of here. So this price action, which is about, I'm going to say about 5%. This 5% move down happened before people knew the details of the hack. And that's the problem with crypto Twitter. That's the problem with cryptocurrency. It's 24/7. And because it's 24/7, when someone like Zach notices $112 million of XRP moving somewhere, he doesn't sit there and think, is that an individual hack or is that a Ripple hack? He just thinks, oh my lord, $112 million has moved out of Ripple, and he'll publish it, and that causes this cascading sell-off here. People have been so burnt by, you know, FTX, Celsius, BlockFi, all of these other crashes, Luna, they've all burnt people and given them PTSD. XRP should not be below 53 cents. The price should still be here, or maybe even here. It shouldn't have done this. This is all out of rumor and jumping to conclusions, and it's utter nonsense. When I saw there was a $112 million hack, I thought that's not a lot. That's not a lot of XRP to be hacked. $112 million out of a project that's 40 billion, whatever it is, $45 billion project. It's not much of a hack. So this is what happens when rumors are unfounded. Rumors are spread. This price action. No chart in the world is going to predict this. No chart in the world is going to predict a pandemic. No chart in the world is going to predict a conflict. That's why when you look at charts, you have to remember there's more than one moving part. You can be the greatest person at TA in the world, and you could say, you know, I think that we're now going to retest, and I'm going to long XRP. I'm going to long XRP at 53 cents. We're going to break 55, and we're going to come up to 56 cents. And I'm going to do a 10x long on XRP. Then this unfounded rumor comes out, and all of this happens, and you've just been liquidated. But you couldn't have predicted that just in the charts. And what we need to do in crypto is we need to stop having this knee-jerk reaction to every single little bit of news that comes out. We need to sit there. There are times where I will not talk about a news piece on here because there's not enough information. Now, had this come out and Chris Larson hadn't come out and said anything, or Brad Garlinghouse hadn't come out and said anything, I probably wouldn't have covered it today. I'd probably do it tomorrow, because you don't have all the information. And the worst thing is for me to come in here and go, oh my God, XRP has been hacked, because that's just immediately going to get you to panic and sell. Now, the good thing about this is XRP has not had a good time of it. We bounced off support, we've hit this level, and we've come down to here. Now, XRP isn't going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to die out. I don't care what anybody tells you about XRP. It is not going to zero. It is going to power CBDCs of small nations. It has a protocol built into the international banking system. It's not going anywhere. So when you see a price below 50 cents, I mean, it would be a godsend to get down to 45 cents. It would be a gift. It would be a late Christmas present. Santa would have turned up 5 weeks late to your house to give you XRP at 49 cents. If we go back here, this was the start of the pre-ETF mini bull run. And look where we got up to. We got all the way up to 71 cents. If you buy XRP today at 50 cents, the worst you're going to do in the short term is a 40% gain. The worst you're going to do. If it goes down, dollar cost average in, if we hit this level at 45 cents and we go any lower than that, you would have to go all the way back to May last year to find that price. This is a steal at this price. So it's a rumor. An individual got hacked. An individual. What would happen if Vitalik got hacked? Ethereum would come down. Why? It's an individual. If he got mugged in the street, it's an individual. It's not the company being hacked. Same with XRP. This is a great opportunity for those people, and there are a lot of you out there, loads of people up here, who wanted to buy the price down here. And guess what? It's arrived. So if you want XRP in your portfolio, this kind of negative emotional news is the time to buy. The same as with XRP. If XRP came down to $1,600 because Vitalik said he'd been hacked, you buy that Ethereum at $1,600 because it's going to go up. It's not a long-term trend and a long-term failure of Ethereum. It's a short-term emotional reaction. I call it emotional trading because you trade off other people's emotions. And all of this is emotional trading, all of it. So that's my bit on XRP. I hope you can see it within yourselves to treat yourselves to some cheap XRP. 50 cent XRP is a steal. I think it's going to go to $5 in the next bull run. That's a 10x for a top 10 coin from there. Now, Vitalik doesn't want to be the poster boy of crypto. And to be honest, Vitalik, I really don't want you to be the poster boy of crypto either, because you are a very strange creature. Let's see. Where should we start with? So he made a blog post in which he meditated on the end of his childhood as a young pioneer in crypto, marking a transition in the industry, but also mapped out his vision for the future growth of Ethereum and decentralization. He founded it in 2013 at the age of 19, quickly becoming a leading voice in the industry. He's now 30. I mean, he doesn't look 30, does he? I mean, he's timeless, this man. Timeless. He's up there with the greats like Daniel Craig, I think, maybe Robert Patterson, and Vitalik maybe third. So he founded it. He's 30 now. He doesn't want to do it anymore. He sees even younger innovators taking leading roles across crypto and related tech like synthetic biology. One thing I would say about this is I don't agree with it. During the crypto bull run, during the internet bull run, the internet adoption phase in 2002, we saw tens, if not hundreds of these young entrepreneurs. Very, very bright, very, very enthusiastic, very motivated people that built companies. And they got them to a certain size, and what did they do? They brought in older heads with the experience to run those operations. We don't want multi-billion pound companies being run by kids. And that doesn't mean all kids shouldn't run companies. I mean, for every Vitalik, there's a Sam Bankman-Fried. But Vitalik's force of good is massively outweighed by Sam Bankman-Fried's force of bad. For every CZ, there are 5 bad actors. And even people who I don't consider to be bad actors, like Do Kwon, I don't consider Do Kwon to be a bad actor, it can still be turned into they are the bad guys simply because that's the media spin. So it's all well and good saying we need another 20-year-old to drive crypto forward, but that's what we don't want. We want crypto to be adopted by people. So if you had a choice of listening to Elon Musk or Vitalik Buterin, who would you listen to? Elon Musk. Why? Because in the real world of real businesses and real entrepreneurship, Elon's done more than Vitalik. If you look at CZ, would you listen to CZ over Vitalik? Yes, you would, because he's grown his business. He knows what he's doing. If you look at any successful entrepreneur, they tend to be getting towards their peak in their 30s. We don't want a 19, 20-year-old being the face of crypto, because that's not going to get us anywhere. Because traditional finance is just going to look at them and think, who's that? People that want to come to crypto don't want a 19-year-old dressing as Pikachu, dancing around on stage looking like a clown, to be the face of Ethereum, which is a $200 and $300 billion business, and he's dressed as Pikachu. So unfortunately, in my opinion, the age of 19-year-old tech entrepreneurs is coming to an end, and there are going to be exceptions. Yes, there are going to be exceptions, but their time has come and gone. We needed them at the beginning to get the newcomers, the early adopters. We needed them coming to crypto, but it's gone. Move on to AI. Move on to, blockchain gaming. Move on to those. But crypto's time for these people to be the face, it's gone, and we need charisma, but we need charisma with wisdom rather than just, anything goes. The same with Taproot Wizards. They're great people, and they found massive vulnerabilities in Bitcoin. They created the ordinals. They're great, but they're great in a niche. They're not the face of Bitcoin. They're a niche of Bitcoin. They're a Bitcoin cult. Right, last thing we're going to talk about today is Argentina. And he came in. I don't know how to pronounce his surname. Is it Milei or Milei? And he's I think he's divisive. I think we could call him that. He's divisive amongst his, not amongst his people, but people call him very right-wing because he wants to scrap a lot of the state. And one of the things he was looking at was crypto, Now, my issue is that people call him a psyop. People say that he isn't really who he is, and he is on the side of the World Economic Forum, and there's all these conspiracy theories about him. But I'm going to take him on face value because that's the only thing you can do. And the same way Nayib Bukele in El Salvador, he's got rid of crime, he's got rid of the drug lords, he wants to turn his country into a modern state, and yet the Americans are vilifying him. And it doesn't make any sense. Javier is doing his best, in his opinion, for Argentina. And we shouldn't mock him or knock him on that. Maybe he could, like I say, maybe his views on your self-worth are a little bit strange, but as his context, he's going to try and get rid of layers of government, which I think is a good thing. So what he wants to do is he wants to come in, change the tax system, scrap a lot of different departments that don't really do anything, and he's going to bundle a lot of tax reforms together. The regularization scheme included cryptocurrencies and other assets such as real estate. According to the Minister of the Interior, Guillermo Francos, the decision to eliminate the asset regularization from the bill was based on the fact that it delayed the treatment of the initiative in Parliament. Now, again, I agree with that. If it's going to take too long, scrap it, bring out a second bill. Now, what he also did a few weeks ago is he went to Davos and spoke at the World Economic Forum about how people need to have freedom, and you are in no position to tell people how to live their lives. I like that. He devalued the peso by 50%. What does that do? That halves a lot of debt that is owned by the country. He's trying to stave off inflation. So I'm all for this. We are going to see him bring crypto on board. Crypto, being a libertarian means your personal freedoms come first. That's what he believes in. And nothing says personal freedom like Bitcoin. So it might not happen today. He's only been in power 2 months. Let's see where he ends up in February, March, June, December next year. Let's see how far into this he gets. So that is the end of the news. What we're going to do now is going to bring up the Bitcoin chart. Let's see. I need to restart the app. I cannot see any of your messages. So if anybody's been messaging, I'm very sorry. I can't see a thing. One moment. Let's go back to live. Let's go back in. There we go. I am back in the room. Okay, we're back. Okay, so we're going to bring up the Bitcoin chart, then we're going to do the quiz. Very briefly though, if you are new here, we stream on Binance 6 times a week, Monday to Saturday, 11 o'clock every day. If I can fit in 1 o'clock on Fridays, I do, but the majority of the time I can't do that anymore. I've got other things to do on a Friday afternoon. I have to go into the office, but if I can do it on a Friday at 1 o'clock, I will try. To help us out, the 3 things you can do that don't cost you a penny are follow us on Binance. We're trying to get to 100,000 on Binance. Follow us on YouTube. We make these videos for free telling you about airdrops, the Jupiter airdrop, the When airdrop, the best Solana wallet. We've covered Jito, we've covered Say. Say is one of the new layer 1s. Airdrop farming over there. We cover scams. We cover everything. Doesn't take more than 30 seconds to go over to YouTube and press the subscribe button. That's all we ask. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to explain now what the quiz is going to be moving forward. If you're an OG, you're going to know that we give out hundreds of thousands of SHIB, and on a daily basis, that equates to about $3 worth of SHIB pretty much every day. $2.50, $3 of SHIB every day we give away for free. Now, we are not paid by Binance. We don't make any money out of Binance. We don't make any money out of streaming on YouTube. We make money out of videos. And what's going to change moving forward is that we're no longer going to give away the amount of SHIB in the quiz and on the streams that we used to, because something has to give. So what I mean by that is, it's $100 a month, $90 a month that we have to put into Binance to give to you in quizzing, in follower rewards, in whatever it might be. And we can't do giveaways at the same time, because to do giveaways at the same time, you'd be talking of $150 to $200 a month that we don't have. So moving forward, the quiz is going to be powered by tips. So if there's no tips, we're going to be giving away 10 SHIB, 20 SHIB for the questions. We simply cannot afford to do giveaways and pay out the amount on the daily streams that we do, especially when the daily streams don't make us anything. We have made 12 cents in tips in 2 weeks. 12 cents. We have spent $40 in that time, excluding the giveaway that we did. So we've gained 12 cents and spent $40. So obviously we can't continue that and do the giveaways. The giveaway on Wednesday is probably going to be somewhere in the region of a few hundred step, maybe 500 or 600 step, that's coming out of our pocket. So I can't give with both hands. So moving forward, for the OGs that are here, you'll understand, and for those people that are new here, it's just the way it is. So we're going to start the quiz, and let's see where it takes us. Let me begin. Okay. Let's try the first one. And remember, the questions are not meant to catch you out. This is supposed to be a bit of fun at the end of the show. And that's another reason why we're going to move the money into giveaways. The giveaways give back in bigger chunks to our OGs. Most of the people who win are OGs, which is great. Right, first question then. The Bitcoin halving is in April or June? When is the Bitcoin halving? Is it April or June? Now, I'm giving you both of the answers, and both of the answers have a capital letter at the beginning. So if you type uppercase April, lowercase June, whatever it is, you're not going to win. You've got to type it as I have put it in. App's just not working again. And this is another thing that doesn't help with the quiz, is the app doesn't work. So it's just fighting a losing battle all the time. Let's try again. There we go. So the Bitcoin halving, is it going to be in April or is it going to be in June? Let me know what you think in chat. $16 correct answers so far. And it's disappeared off my screen again. Let's try again. Let me try again. Okay, well, the answer was April. So if you put April, congratulations. I'm very happy that you won. I don't know who won, I can't see, but congratulations on getting the correct answer. Next question. So we have covered, what did we talk about today? We talked about XRP, we talked about Ethereum, we talked about Bitcoin, we talked about the miners, we talked about Argentina. Okay. And also the autocorrect It's just drives me potty. Okay, another hopefully very simple question. XRP, the token XRP, is that owned by Ripple or is it owned by Bitcoin? Is XRP owned by Ripple or owned by Bitcoin? All you got to do is type Ripple or Bitcoin with a capital letter into chat and you will have won. And hopefully, if I don't touch my phone, I might be able to see who won. Right, we can close that down. We can close this down. There we go. Much tidier. So is XRP owned by Ripple or is it owned by Bitcoin? So all you've got to do is put the correct answer in there. And remember, if you've got spare time, make sure to smash the like button. We are at 13,000 likes, which is better than yesterday. I think yesterday we were at 9,000 likes. So 13,000 likes is amazing for today. And at the end of the show, remember, if you go underneath, I'm going to show you very quickly while I check who's won. So, SRG or SR Gaming, congratulations. Kavindu, well done. Warmaster C is here. Kishan is here. Cash Crypto Moon, I'm not reading your name out. Mr. Guy in Love. Andy is in chat. Hello, Andy. It's been a lot. It's been a while. Tariq is here. Cyberpunk Danny, congratulations to you all. Fantastic. So I'm just waiting for this to load and show you something. So if you go underneath the stream, and this is the stream that we are on, the FOMC Wobble, and when it loads, you will see all of our contact information. The most important two are, we are on Telegram. We are also on YouTube. So please, to help us out, we are striving. We've got so many targets we want to hit this year. Make sure to go to YouTube. Make sure to go to Telegram and give us a follow on there. Next question, which I was typing as I was talking. Okay, this would be a lot easier if it didn't autocorrect. So Ethereum. Is Ethereum proof of stake or proof of work? So the two answers are POS or POW. Is Ethereum POS or POW? Proof of stake or proof of work? Let me know. And then what we're going to do at 12 o'clock, I am going to get going, drop a follower box, because I've got 2 videos to make. We have an OG members area on YouTube where we make videos just for OG members. I'm going to drop another video in there, hopefully in about an hour or 2. And then I'm going to try and fit in another video for the main channel and see how I go. The members only videos are very much my strategies on what I do. The non-members videos are more of a review. So when you are a member, when you're an OG, I tell you precisely what I'm going to do. I also show you exactly what I'm staking and where I'm staking and things like that. So it's more of an inside look at the strategy rather than just a review of the project. It's very much more personal. You can ask questions in there and things like that. So OG members, you can see them at the top of the screen. You've got Tariq, Kishan, Jason, Big Boy, Angela, Web3 Superstar. I think it's about $2 a month to become an OG. So what I'm going to do now, it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to drop a box. I'm going to make another video. The answer was proof of stake. And as has been all day the box showing me who won completely disappeared. So I'm awfully sorry. I cannot tell you who won again, but the bot, what happens is the countdown gets to 0, and instead of showing me the list, it just disappears off my screen. So I don't know who's won. But thank you everybody for watching. I will be back in the morning at 11 o'clock, same time, same place. The event is in the calendar. So if you go to the Binance calendar events, you will see tomorrow's stream, and you'll also be able to see Wednesday night's giveaway stream. So make sure to turn notifications on. So make sure to check those out, and I will see you all in the morning. And I'm just going to drop the comment to win box now. Let me just drop that. I'll put that on for 5 minutes. 1 minute. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I shall see you all in the morning.